Hey guys, this is Jolly All Gen Gamer here, Christopher. Today we're just going to take a look here at the Casio PV-1000. This is a 80s game console that was only released in Japan, a limited release. And yeah, it was sold alongside the Nintendo Famicom NES, as we know in America, and the Sega SG-1000, which we know was the ancestor of the Sega Master System and like the grandfather of the Genesis Mega Drive. Anyway, before you get on the video here, please be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so that you know when I upload new videos here to my channel. And today, let's again take a look here at the Casio PV-1000. Now, this game system again was released in 1983, and it sold for 15,000 yen. And this game console wasn't well received at all. It was only sold for, what I read, was about a few weeks, or maybe like a month or something, or 2 months, and it was pulled from shelves. And then the Casio PV-1000, which is their Casio computer, was released. Excuse me, I have to drink some water there. And yeah, that one was more well received. Now this one, and they were not compatible though. The PV-2000 and the PV-1000 were not compatible except for the controller here. And this came with like about 10 or 12 games. And I have 3 games here. And I got this again a few years ago at a pawn shop, not a proxy. So, and I was just sitting there and I just paid $80 for it. I know that's kind of pricey, but this thing is very uncommon of a system, and I like collecting old, or collecting older, game consoles that never released here in in the West. So yeah, let's just take a look at some of the games. We have Mahjong game for the PV-1000. We have, and all the games are included when I bought the system. And we have Pachinko Ufo, which is a slot machine pachinko game. Slot machines or pachinko slot machines are really popular in Japan to this day, I believe. And then Super Cobra, which is an arcade. It kind of reminds me of like a Choplifter and Defender a little bit, kind of like that from the early 80s. But yeah, Casio made game systems. They made this, they made the PV-2000, they made some MSX computers, and they made the Casio Loopy. We'll go into that one next time, an all-female console, but this one is pretty cool. And it came with this odd controller. It reminds me of a 2600 controller. And yeah, there it is, how it looks like. And the buttons up here, and another gray button is down here to start select. And it has a weird main attack button, which I don't know what it does. And unfortunately, this is only the old RF. There is no composite. There is no component. This came out in 1983 after all. And the controller joysticks are right there. And it says use game pack GPA-100 series. The power switch is there. It's fairly like anonymous looking console, but it looks different, and it doesn't scream loud like the Famicom and the SG-1000. So there's your AC adapter and then your RF. And you can change the channel to channel 1, channel 2. Here's the bottom piece. Again, it says here channel 1, channel 2, the TV, and then the Casio PV-1000, 100 volts, 50-60 hertz, Casio Computer Company Limited, made in Japan. Yeah, this thing is vintage. And on the bottom here is also a area here for the control. I don't know. Oh no, I'm sorry. That's the controller where it's located. But odd place, they should put it here in the front. I don't know, but that's just me. But this thing doesn't weigh that much. It's very 80s. Casio is now more known for their watches and their calculators. I did have a Casio watch growing up, I remember. Okay, but let's do a demonstration of these games. Again, we have the Super Cobra, Pachinko Ufo, and the Mahjong game. So let's get started now, and let's just fire this thing on. So again, for the Japanese game consoles, you can't put like 3 and 4. You have to put channel 95 or 96. Kind of odd, but that's their signals there in Japan. So, well, there's no game, I'm sorry. So let's first look at this Mahjong game. And the thing about these cartridges are cool because there's no, to prevent dust, they don't show the exposed, like the cartridge is not exposed, which is pretty unique. So we put this in, and we put this on, and we get Mahjong game, Casio. So it's 1 player only. Of course, the resolution is not that good. What do you expect? It's RF. So you have to press start here. And I won't lie to you that these buttons are stiff. I'm not really used to the Atari brand. I didn't grow up with Atari. I grew up more like in the Super Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo era, and then like later on PlayStation 1 or N64 actually. I didn't really play PlayStation 1 that much. N64. So you have to match these. I don't really know the rules of Mahjong, but it was included in the game. So, but here is the first game. People are like, "Why? This is kind of a boring game." Well, there's Mahjong. But there's no sound. I mean, there's no music. It's just sound. So you have this, and yeah, you just back and forth. So let's just turn this off. And there were only about 15 games, but people will know this sound, the snowball, the snow. And then this one was number 9, Pachinko Ufo. And here's some music. Pachinko Ufo, Casio, press start. So look at this. This is like the music. But you have to like line up these balls and get in those red compartments. I'm trying to move anything, but I can't really remove it. All you have to do is press the gray button here. Continue pressing the gray button. Kind of unentertaining, but yeah. But yeah, this game console, since it was only sold for like a month or 2 months, it's really uncommon. And I was like, what is this game console? And I read some information, and I'm like, oh wow, this console. And I like Casio. I always like Casio products. So we have this, and all right, so we got that. And then the last game I have here is game over. And the last game we have here is Super Cobra. Okay, and the last game we have here is Super Cobra. Sorry, I have to do a jump cut there. And Super Cobra is an early 80s arcade. And here's Casio Super Cobra. So we have 1 player, push start. And this is probably the best game I have on the... I have 3 games. And what do you expect? It reminds me again of Choplifter / Defender. But the graphics, of course, are primitive. What do you expect? I mean, this game came out in 1981? It says on the cart 1981. So, by Konami. But since the PV-1000 came out in 1983, this is a port of the 1983 version. But yeah, this is the best picture you can get, RF. I know people have modded theirs to be composite, but yeah, this is definitely retro gaming, and it's definitely retro gaming. Oh geez, haven't really gotten that far. I'm playing one-handed as well, so I'll try one more. But yeah, this controller is nothing to write home about. It's stiff as heck. If you played the 2600 controllers, I'm not really a fan of those because, one, I didn't grow up with it, and second, I'm so used to the NES Super NES, you know, D-pad. This is just before that time, and I'm not really used to these. But people who, like my uncle who grew up with 2600, probably likes these kind of controllers. Not bashing the controller, it's just really stiff. If you try moving around the directional, it's really, really stiff. And yeah, I mean, the system is fun to have, you know, it's a good conversation piece and good to play. I mean, if you want a dose of 1980s, you got right here. Oops. Oh, I pressed the select button on accident. But yeah, anyway, yeah, if you guys have never heard of the PV-1000, it's a great piece of gaming history. Again, this competed with the Famicom, which was way more successful, and also the SG-1000, which was also semi-successful, but not in the level of Famicom. Anyhow, that's it for now, for this quick video overview of the Casio PV-1000. And again, thank you for watching my content, and please subscribe and like and share this video. Thank you again. I'm just enjoying some 1983 game console. There's the bombs, and then there you go. Oh, last one. And like always, I'll put another video here soon. So thanks for watching. Guess who's that from? Luke Morris 1. All right, take care. Have a good one.